What if I told you that nearly 80% of the world's richest people are self-made? That's right. Most didn't inherit their wealth or come from privileged backgrounds. They didn't rely on luck or wait for the perfect moment. They created their own paths. In fact, Forbes reports that 2,755 billionaires are alive today, and a shocking 70% of them started with nothing. But how did they do it? What made them different from the rest of us? It's not just about money, it's about mindset, habits, and strategies that most people don't even know about. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the world of the wealthy. You'll learn the secrets behind how they're born, how they live, how they learn, how they teach, and, most importantly, how they think, all things that have helped them build massive fortunes. We're going to reveal some shocking facts and strategies that only a few truly successful people know. Get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth. Stay tuned to discover why the richest people in the world don't just make money. They create entire empires, build legacies, and change the world. Ready to unlock the secrets? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Blueprint of Wealth. Born to create, the first step toward becoming rich is understanding that wealth isn't always about inheritance, it's about vision. Many successful people are born with an entrepreneurial spark. According to a study by the University of California, children raised in families with business ownership are more likely to become entrepreneurs themselves. But being born with the right mindset doesn't always mean financial privilege. It can mean growing up in environments where risk-taking and creativity are encouraged. Consider Richard Branson, who was diagnosed with dyslexia at an early age but never let it limit his potential. Instead, it pushed him to think outside the box. Branson started Virgin Records from a small mail-order business and grew it into a global empire. His story shows that being born with an open mind, rather than a trust fund, can be the real advantage. When you think of the wealthiest people, you'll notice a pattern. They're all creators. They don't just follow existing paths, they pave new ones. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are examples of individuals who were born into average circumstances but used their creative vision to build something world-changing. Wealth creation often starts with the courage to innovate. In fact, according to Forbes, 40% of billionaires today are self-made, proving that creativity and determination are more important than the family name. But it's not just about inventing a product. It's about solving problems in ways no one else has thought of. Think about Jeff Bezos, who redefined shopping with Amazon, or Elon Musk, who changed the way we think about electric cars. They didn't inherit their success. They built it from scratch by seeing what others couldn't. You don't have to be born into wealth to create it. Instead, think of it as being born with a mindset that views problems as opportunities. These individuals didn't just want to make money. They wanted to change the world. And in doing so, they created wealth that went far beyond personal gain. Chapter 2. Living on the Edge. Risk-takers who break the mold. If there's one trait that all rich people share, it's a willingness to take risks. But not just any risks, calculated ones. Wealthy individuals understand that big rewards come from stepping outside the comfort zone. Entrepreneur magazine reports that 90% of successful startups were launched by people who risked their savings to start a business. The key difference between the rich and the rest of us? They take risks knowing that failure is simply part of the process. Look at Oprah Winfrey, who took a huge risk when she left her stable job at a local TV station to start her own show. Everyone told her it was a mistake, but today she's worth $2.7 billion. Then there's Elon Musk, who put every dollar he had into SpaceX and Tesla. When he first launched his companies, both were on the brink of collapse, but Musk's relentless risk-taking paid off. SpaceX is now valued at over $137 billion, and Tesla is a leader in the electric car industry. Rich people also know how to mitigate risk. According to Harvard Business Review, successful entrepreneurs spend more time analyzing risks than avoiding them. They gather data, ask for expert opinions, and then make a calculated decision. They don't just throw money into ventures because they feel lucky. They understand the numbers behind the move. Another crucial strategy is the concept of leverage. Rich people use other people's money, OPM, and resources to minimize their own financial risk. Whether through borrowing, investors, or partnerships, they know how to multiply their efforts without putting everything on the line. But it's not only about taking financial risks. Richard Branson's constant push to explore new industries, from airlines to space travel, is a perfect example of taking personal risks to expand his empire. In fact, a study from Business Insider shows that entrepreneurs who diversify their investments have 30% more chances of building long-term wealth. In essence, the rich don't just gamble, they calculate, prepare, and commit. Their mindset is, if you're not willing to risk the usual, you can't expect the extraordinary. Chapter 3. The Learning Machines. Absorbing wisdom, ignoring limits when it comes to learning. The wealthy approach it like a lifelong commitment. They never stop growing. According to the New York Times, 75% of billionaires spend at least 5 hours a week reading books, articles, and reports that enhance their knowledge. This is far more than just absorbing information, it's about actively applying it to stay ahead. Bill Gates reads at least 50 books a year. Warren Buffett, who spends about 80% of his day reading, has called reading the key to success. He believes that knowledge is compounding, meaning that the more you learn, the faster you grow. Buffett's lifelong habit of reading has not only shaped his investment strategy but also helped him maintain his position as one of the wealthiest people in the world. But learning isn't confined to books. The rich actively seek out mentors, attend seminars, and surround themselves with people who challenge their thinking. They don't just want knowledge, they want knowledge that applies to their goals. This is why networking is such a crucial aspect of wealth creation. According to LinkedIn, 85% of jobs are filled through networking, proving that who you know is just as important as what you know. Self-made billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos didn't become successful by passively waiting for answers, they sought them out. Zuckerberg famously used a mentor, Steve Jobs, to guide him in the early years of Facebook. This mentorship helped Zuckerberg refine his vision and avoid costly mistakes. One of the most significant strategies for continuous learning is mastering the art of feedback. Rich people are experts at learning from their failures and successes. They know that every mistake offers an opportunity to improve. Take Michael Jordan, often considered the greatest basketball player of all time. He was cut from his high school team but used that failure to push himself harder, eventually becoming an icon in the sports world. Rich people also approach learning with a mindset of curiosity. They're not just trying to gather facts, they're trying to understand the world from different angles. This openness to new ideas leads them to uncover opportunities others miss. They understand that knowledge isn't static, it's evolving, and they must evolve with it. By constantly learning and applying new information, the wealthy stay ahead of the curve. They don't just live in the present, they plan for the future. This ability to anticipate change, to grow, and to adjust is what gives them their edge over others. And it's a major reason why the richest people continue to amass wealth generation after generation. Don't forget to subscribe to get more valuable insights into the rich mindset and strategies that can help you create wealth. Chapter 4. Teaching to Thrive. How the rich pay it forward. The wealthy know that true success isn't just about acquiring wealth. It's about sharing and passing on knowledge. Teaching others is a key strategy for growing influence and multiplying wealth. In fact, according to a study from Harvard Business Review, 88% of successful entrepreneurs say mentoring others is a key part of their long-term success. Rich people often create their own pay-it-forward system. They don't just keep their knowledge to themselves, they pass it down to their children, employees, and the wider community. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He has committed to giving away 99% of his wealth, with the majority of his fortune going toward educational initiatives. By sharing his expertise and resources, he's not only changing lives but also ensuring that future generations can continue to thrive. The best way to teach, however, isn't by simply giving advice. It's by fostering a culture of continuous learning. Bill Gates did this at Microsoft by creating an environment where employees were encouraged to learn new skills and take on challenges. By investing in the growth of his team, Gates built a company that became a cornerstone of the tech industry. Moreover, many of the rich teach by example. Steve Jobs, despite his reputation for being demanding, inspired his employees with his relentless pursuit of excellence. His teachings weren't through formal lessons, but through the very way he worked and lived. He showed his team that extraordinary results came from pushing limits and innovating without fear. Teaching is also a way to strengthen networks. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards, it's about offering value. The more you teach, the more you grow your sphere of influence. As a result, opportunities keep expanding. In The Power of Networking, author Donna Fisher points out that a strong network is built not on selfish gain, but on the willingness to give. Rich individuals also teach in unconventional ways. Take Richard Branson, for example. He built a culture at Virgin that was rooted in trust and freedom, allowing his employees to teach themselves and grow into leadership roles. This allowed the company to innovate and flourish without stifling creativity. Teaching others doesn't just elevate them, it elevates you. By helping others develop their own potential, you create a legacy that extends far beyond your own success. It's not only about giving, it's about ensuring that the people you mentor can, in turn, give to others. This ripple effect leads to long-term, sustainable wealth. Chapter 5. The Wealthy Mindset. Thinking beyond money. To be truly rich, you have to think beyond just accumulating wealth. Rich people understand that money is just a tool to create opportunities, solve problems, and make a difference. This mindset is fundamental to how they approach every aspect of their life. A key strategy the rich use is long-term thinking. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel explores how wealthy individuals avoid the trap of seeking instant gratification. Instead, they focus on long-term rewards. Jeff Bezos, for example, famously said that, "It's all about the long term." His decision to reinvest Amazon's profits back into the business rather than cashing out made Amazon the powerhouse it is today. But long-term thinking isn't just about money, it's about legacy. The rich are constantly thinking about how their actions today will affect their lives and their families for generations. Legacy is a concept that guides their decision-making. Take the Koch family, whose wealth has been built over generations. They focus not only on wealth generation but on sustaining their empire for future generations. Another part of the wealthy mindset is resilience. Rich people are quick to bounce back from failure. They see setbacks as learning opportunities rather than roadblocks. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mentality allows the wealthy to keep pushing forward, even when the odds are stacked against them. Rich individuals also tend to surround themselves with others who share this mindset. According to The Millionaire Next Door, those who associate with other successful people are more likely to be successful themselves. The wealthy know that the company they keep influences how they think, act, and grow. They also prioritize time over money. While most people might chase after more income, rich people value their time and use it wisely. They're constantly asking themselves, is this the best use of my time? They understand that time, unlike money, is non-renewable. This makes them extremely focused on their goals and efficient in their actions. Thinking beyond money also involves giving back. Many of the wealthiest individuals dedicate significant portions of their wealth to charitable causes. Bill Gates, through the Gates Foundation, has pledged to give away billions to fight global health issues and poverty. For them, true wealth is about impact, not just bank balances. Chapter 6. The Legacy Builders. Crafting an empire that lasts. While many people focus on making money, the rich focus on building an empire that will stand the test of time. Creating a legacy is a central strategy for long-term wealth. The true measure of success for the wealthiest individuals is not how much they've made, but how much they've created that will continue to benefit others long after they're gone. One of the key aspects of building a legacy is wealth preservation. Rich people don't just accumulate wealth, they work to protect it. According to Forbes, the average billionaire family has a wealth preservation strategy that includes legal structures like trusts, tax planning, and strategic investments to ensure their wealth lasts for generations. Take the Walton family, whose wealth comes from Walmart. Their fortune isn't just in their retail empire. It's in the strategic use of trusts and family governance that ensures the wealth is passed down while remaining protected from taxes. The Walton family fortune has been preserved and grown, not just through business expansion, but through careful planning and wealth management. Rich people also build legacies by investing in education. The more they learn, the more they can pass on to the next generation. The Rockefeller family, for instance, established a strong tradition of philanthropy and education. Today, the Rockefeller Foundation continues to make a global impact, thanks to their long-term commitment to building a legacy. Another important strategy for legacy building is diversifying investments. Wealthy families know that relying on one source of income is risky. By investing in a variety of assets, including real estate, stocks, and businesses, they ensure that their wealth continues to grow, no matter the economic climate. This strategy is critical for long-term success and wealth preservation. Rich individuals also know how to manage their families. They involve their children in wealth-building discussions, teaching them financial responsibility early on. The Koch family, for example, has a family governance program that teaches each new generation about business management, ethics, and values. The wealthiest individuals also place a high value on giving back. Creating a legacy isn't just about preserving wealth for family members. It's about creating a lasting positive impact on the world. The Giving Pledge, started by Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, encourages billionaires to give away the majority of their wealth to causes they care about. By focusing on charitable giving, they ensure their legacy is felt far beyond their own bloodline. Building a legacy also involves creating a brand that lasts. A powerful brand transcends the business itself. Take Apple, for example. Steve Jobs didn't just build a tech company, he created a cultural movement. Apple's brand continues to influence technology, design, and even consumer behavior decades after its creation. In conclusion, the wealthiest people understand that true success is not about fleeting riches, but about creating something that will endure. Through careful planning, wise investments, and a strong focus on family and legacy, they ensure their wealth not only survives but thrives for generations to come. This is the strategy of the legacy builders, those who create not just wealth, but an empire. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how the richest people think, live, and grow their fortunes.